Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to World of Tanks Blitz, and today we're going to be here with a garage review of this thing, the 59 pattern, a tier 8 medium tank for China, Chinese medium. So, as you can see, it is basically just a Type 59 but with the M48 patterns turret on it, hence the name 59 pattern. And I got this thing as a pop-up offer, came with the legendary camo here, so yeah, why the hell not? And I've heard people say it's not a great tank, or that, you know, it's just a terrible medium, and honestly, I've been enjoying it. I think it's a decent medium. Because it has got the Type 59 hull, as you can see, they're the same hull, and it has got the M48 patterns turret on, which means whilst it does have the machine gun turret up the top here, if people don't hit that or can't hit that, they will instead bounce off the sides of the turret. And the turret itself, minus the little machine gun turret, as we're in the middle of this, I don't know, electrical storm, yeah, the actual turret itself is pretty strong, because it is just pretty much a very rounded turret minus the machine gun turret. And yeah, it's just overall not as bad as people were saying. So, looking at it here, we have got 1,484 HP, which, if you take that away, take away the equipment, goes to 1,300 HP, which, if we have a look, something like this, yeah, that's got about 1,400 HP. Got the T95E2, which has got 1,400. The Type 59 itself has got 1,200. What about this thing, T34-3, which has got, yeah, about 1,200 HP. So overall, HP wise, it's not too bad. Yeah, it's not the most amount of HP. Something like the M4 has got around 1,300 as well. The Chimera has got 1,484, which goes to about, yeah, 1,350, 1,300. So overall, it's got a fairly decent HP pool for the tier. Plus 177 frontal turret, 76 side, 50 rear, 100 frontal hull, 80 side, 100 rear. Yeah, it is only 100 front, but it is 100 front sloped, and you can bounce things off of your sloped frontal armour. It goes to about something like 150 effective, maybe, perhaps more, which is, yeah, not too bad. You can easily bounce things, especially if they get you at an angle like this. Say you're coming around a corner, and yeah, they fire, they bounce, they're, you know, going for the track or something. The shot misses, and it can just easily straight bounce off the front of your hull. Plus, if they don't manage to hit the machine gun turret, because it is a weak spot, but then it's not as big as a turret, for example. It is a turret, but it's not as big as the main turret. If they don't manage to hit that, and they instead hit the turret, there's a decent chance that it will actually bounce off, which is, yeah, pretty decent armour for a medium. If you can get hull down, you keep moving your turret, you keep driving backwards and forwards, people will struggle to hit that machine gun turret, at which point they'll probably just end up bouncing off of your hull, which, apart from that, there's no other weak spots on the turret, really. The turret gun mantlet has got a bit of spaced armour here, as you can see, plus, yeah, the side of the turret is pretty rounded, so overall armour effectiveness, sides and rears notwithstanding, obviously, but frontally at least, yeah, it's a pretty solid medium tank frontal armour. As for mobility, 31 average speed kilometers per hour, 15.1 power to weight ratio, 41.72 degrees turret traverse, and 56, nearly 57 degrees per second hull traverse, which is, yeah, not too bad. Especially the hull traverse. Hull traverse is pretty nice. Something like the M4A1 here, the Revaluis has got a 17.1 power to weight and it has got better average speed, but it does have a worse hull traverse and about the same sort of turret traverse. So power to weight obviously is leaving a bit to be desired. If we have a look at the Type 59's mobility here, yeah, it's got the same sort of mobility as the Type 59, but with a better hull traverse. So you can make of that as you wish. Is it as bad as the Super Pershing? No, power to weight ratio at least, it's certainly not as bad. not in terms of mobility, as the Super Pershing. So if you're worried it's going to be something like a Super Pershing, yeah, don't need to worry about that. It's better than a Panther 2 in terms of power to weight and hull and turret traverse. So yeah, mobility-wise, too bad. Not the most mobile, obviously. Something like a CDC will beat it. However, in terms of most other mediums here, especially the premium mediums, it's not too bad at all with mobility wise. As for the gun itself, 3.5 second aim time for this 90mm, 0.32 accuracy, which is very accurate, decent enough DPM, 5.8 second reload time, 180 average pen with AP, 268 with heat, 45 with HE, 225 average damage with AP, 190 heat, 270 HE. Yeah, 10 degrees of gun depression, that's very nice. Obviously 10 degrees of gun depression, can't go wrong there. Yeah, 2300 DPM, comparing it to something like the 100mm on a Type 59, which has got 1900 DPM. Type 59 does have a bit of a slow reload. Something like a Defender Mark 1, which has got 1900 DPM as well, with a 20 pounder, which is actually a smaller caliber shell, but it is after all a magazine autoloader. Yeah, even the Panther 2, 2200. So it's got a very good DPM. In terms of pen though, 203 pen with Panther 2. You've got, on the Type 59, you've got 181 average pen. Defender Mark 1 with that 20 pounder has got 226. Yeah, the Revaluis has got something like 200mm. Yeah, 200mm. Even the FCM30T has got 212. So, in terms of raw penetrating power, it leaves a lot to be desired. Even the Chimera's 5-inch gun has got better pen than this thing. Actually has better DPM than a Type 59, the Chimera. That's funny. Yeah, 59 pattern though. The only thing that's really lacking there is the raw AP pen. That's the only thing that's really lacking on this thing. Otherwise, it's got the DPM, it's got the reload time, it's got the accuracy, and it's got the aim time. You can't really go wrong. It's an overall decent all-round tank. You could do worse than going with the Type 59 pattern. I don't know why people don't like it. Probably just because of the top machine gun turret. But when you think about it, the rest of the tank is very solid. That doesn't really detract it away from it too much. It can be very tricky to hit if you are turning your turret a lot and moving back and forth, which is a pretty standard medium tank thing to do, really. So, otherwise, yeah, pretty solid all round. As for consumables, you've got your standard repair, first aid, fire, you've got your engine power boost, you've got your adrenaline, and you've got your multi-purpose, which is all very standard. As for provisions, you've got your standard and improved fuel for 3 and 10% respectively to engine power and turret traverse, you've got your tofu soup and Peking roast duck, which, yeah, I've never really looked at the Chinese consumables here, but sounds very appetizing. But still, 3 and 10% respectively to crew mastery, got your protective kit, which is all of that lot. As for ammo, it carries 54 rounds of ammo, which is not too bad. You're never really going to run out in the course of a regular 7-minute battle, so you can go ahead and mix and match those as you want. As for equipment, gun rammer, get that DPM up. The calibrated shells will help with heat, but you don't need 300mm of heat pen at tier 8. That 268 is more than enough to go through anything you'll find at this tier. You're going to want to go with improved modules as well for the extra track durability. You are, after all, a medium tank. You run around, you don't really want your track to get blown off, because if you do, you're going to be dead. So improved modules for that, and again, you're not a sniper. Coated optics for being a medium tank. You can be a sniper, but you're just far more suited to being a medium tank. You've got the good hull traverse, good turret traverse, and overall you're just mobile enough to get around all the heavies. Enhanced gun lane drive, it gets your reload time, aim time down from about 4 seconds to 3.5 seconds, which is a very nice increase. So enhanced gun lane drive. Improved assembly for the extra extra HP. Oh, it only goes up to 84, so yeah, 1400 HP. So adjust all of the other tanks that we looked at in that segment. But yeah, still HP is still decent. Yeah. So improved assembly gets you an extra bit of HP. You might want to go with enhanced armor, which is not too bad of an idea. It really is just sort of a choice. Again, even though your frontal armor is sloped, things can still get through it if they're frontal on. I mean, we're at tier 8 now. Things at this tier have normally got 200 mil plus of pen, and 100 mil sloped armor frontally on isn't really going to do much. So improved assembly is probably the better idea. Engine accelerator as well for the extra engine power, power to weight ratio rather. Yeah, it gets you up to above 15 horsepower per ton ratio, plus it gives you your extra hold reverse and extra average speed. You don't need a refined gun. You've got 0.32 accuracy. You're very accurate. You don't need 0.29 accuracy. Something like a grill or a tank destroyer, yes, but you're a medium tank. Vert stabs is what to go with for that. Gives you the extra aim time, and it also gives you the extra accuracy when you're on the move, so you can do your snapshots, you can do your peek-a-boom, you can do your circling, all of your normal fun medium tank stuff. Vert stabs is for that. Enhanced tracks, might as well. I don't know, it really is your choice of these two things. On a heavy tank, enhanced tracks is a good idea, especially one which has got lots of armour, like the mouse for example. But on mediums, it doesn't really matter whichever ones you go with there, and then your choice of whatever those two things are. So overall, 59 pattern. It's a good medium. Honestly, don't let people tell you otherwise. It is a decent medium tank. I enjoy it. Obviously, the weak spot is still going to be a weak spot. I admit I can't do anything about that. It's going to be a weak spot no matter what. But otherwise, yeah, it's an overall decent tank, honestly. I see no reason to not get it. It's got decent mobility. The gun itself is very good apart from average pen with AP. But if you want to just go full-on heat spam, you've got, you know, with calibrated shells, you've got 300 mil of heat pen. You can go through everything at this tier. You can even go through tier 10s with ease with that sort of heat pen. So yeah, honestly, it's a decent tank. Get it. If you like mediums, you'll probably enjoy this. And overall, yeah, just a very solid tank. So yeah, but I'll thank you all for watching and goodbye.